Artsy Fartsy Creatives. So today I feel like doing some watercolor, and I've been asked to demonstrate how I did this this piece here when I was just thinking I was going to play around with some color, and I wound up not doing a video of it, you know, and it turned out to be a really nice piece. So that's what I'm going to do today. Now I've already pre-sketched most of it, because what I'm going to be doing today is doing a wet on wet. But the way I got this soft background, yeah, was wet on wet, and then masking off beforehand the areas that are in the foreground. And so that's why I'm sketching out the daisies, these two here and these two here, and 3 poppy pods. Oh, there's another daisy off in the background, but I do want that to be white. And I think I'll have the sky come in where these marks are here and here. So only have a little bit of sky, kind of like what was here, you know. So let me draw this last poppy, and I want this one to be nice and full. If we come over that other one, that's okay with me. This is going to be nice and full and open, and a little bit down here. And we'll do a little bit like that. So this would be the bottom here, and we're going to mask this off, so I'm not going to worry about the inside lines right now. Just a basic shape. So let's go mask this off. Where's my masking fluid? Where did that go? Let's see. Oh Lord. No? Oh, but Jesus. Where did I put it up in? No, it's not even where I like usually put it, so I must have spaced off and put it somewhere. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Ouch. Oh. Okay. Now, I use this. It's also called liquid frisket. It's ammonia based, like a kind of like a rubber glue. And when I'm done, I roll it into, well, I'll show you. Let's just do it. Do it. And we will, as soon as I get all my supplies. Let's see. My head. I haven't misplaced my brain today. Yeah, totally. Oh, Frankie's out there on Toby's chair.
He was last night out there too.
Oh. Alright. Okay, I figured out what the problem is. I need my tea. Alrighty. So, I just use the same cup, a little medicine cup. And you don't shake this. You swirl it. Like your fingernail polish, you're supposed to swirl it. Learned that in beauty school. It keeps some air bubbles out of that. Anyway, let's see. That should be enough, and if I need more, I'll get more, but it tends to dry up and tack up, so we'll keep that protected. And reorganized my supplies, and now I can't find anything. Oh, goodness gracious me. I saw something on the SSA channel. What the heck is that? So this is just an extra bar soap from the bathroom. What I do is get my brush nice and wet, cover it in soap. Apparently I didn't have this brush clean. That's strange. And then dip it in the frisket here. Not supposed to protect your brush. We'll see. And that tinting, that color, I don't really care about. Just make it easier to see. So you come in and fill in the parts that you want to keep white. So this is a really nifty little trick. If you're new to watercolor, then you may not have learned about this yet, and it is definitely something you should consider getting some and playing around with it. And you can do it in different stages too. I actually have one plan that would require putting some down on plain white paper and then taking making the background and all that, and then reapplying some in the areas where it was before, and I'll explain that when I do that piece. But it's totally doable. And again, I don't worry about the lines so much because the pencil lines, because they'll mostly come off when you take the frisket off. It acts much like an eraser. So I just want to thank everyone for the support that you've been showing me and encouragement. It really means a lot to me, and it's keeping me going. You know, making me feel like I have I have something to do, you know, to fill my day, and not that I don't have a lot of other things to do, but not as fun as doing this and making videos. Oh, now I just need to get past the editing issues. Steve has some new software programs that he thinks I need to check out, which I'm sure that he's right, and he usually finds me really cool stuff like that. So let's get that kitty hair out of there. So I'll be trying out some more software and stuff. Let's see. I'm not going to worry about the stems for these two here, that one and that one, but I do want to try to get, I just kind of like float, barely touching that, and it kind of follows it along with the liquid mask, or frisket, or whatever you want to call it. Frisket, a frasket. Let's see. I'm feeling better lately. Last couple days have been pretty good days. And well, enough anyway to feel like doing stuff. Actually made some progress on the dishwasher. Okay, so I don't pour this back. It's just, it looks like, well, it's a little bit more, but anyway, I just let that dry out naturally and then ball it up into little balls. And so this needs to dry completely naturally. Now I see a spot here where it's kind of thin, and I really want these to stay completely white. So I'm going to put just another quick little layer on top here in the thin areas. So we'll see. This one's kind of thin too. Okay. Now we wait. We let this dry completely naturally. I don't use a hair dryer because it will affect how this frisket, the masking, adheres to the paper, and it will tend to really dig into the paper and tear it up. See, it's already drying on the paper, or on my brush. So anyway, to protect the paper better, I just let it do its thing naturally. So it's gonna do its thing, and I'll get right back to you. I forgot this step here, and we're supposed to be able to just give it a rinse and wipe it right off the brush. And wow, you know what? Yeah, that really worked. Look at that. How about that? Cool. Right on. I like that. Now definitely we're not going to be using this for our watercolor painting now. So I'll rinse this out and let that dry. Okay, so we're back. This is nice and dry. And let's get some color down. Right now I'm, let me get my rag. Right now I'm just going to load this with some water.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
Well, that's okay. I didn't give you a warning. Okay. Now I did go back off camera. I noticed that I didn't put any droplets, splashes of the masking fluid. I'll show you right here and here and here and here. So basically I just put it on my, I have a little stick, skewer, broken skewer, that I have a little nubby end on that I dip in the fluid, and it gives me some really nice uniform little round dot things. So that way we can have some white spots off in the distance, and we can decide whether they'll be daisies or poppies or whatever. So now that that's set in, get that hair out of the way. Okay, give it another brush, some water. That brush holds a lot of water. It's a good brush. Okay, I'll just rest it in my homemade brush holder thing. I think I have a video on that, how I made that. Oh, it might be on my face, but I need to pull that over to the YouTube channel, I think. Anyway, now that that's set some water in, let me get my, I really like this one. I think I got this off Wish for only a few bucks, actually. It's nice. Holds a lot of water too. So we're going to come into some ultramarine blue. I just have my ceramic plate, ultramarine blue, sap green, medium yellow, brilliant red, and crimson. Did you see that? Brilliant? Yeah, brilliant red and crimson. So we'll see what we can create with this. Need a lot more water. And now we're just coming down here a little bit. Excuse me. I'm going to switch brushes. Come get this guy. I really like this guy. I don't even know what size it is. I'm coming into some sap green and some of that medium yellow, and we're just gonna do some of this. Now we'll pick up some more sap green, make that a little bit darker. I'll take a dry brush and kind of whisk some of that up there. There we go. Come into some of that ultramarine blue left on the palette. Darken up some of this green. And we'll come in. Maybe we'll add a little bit more blue. And we'll come in. Not too crazy on this. But kind of fill in the little spots here. We'll put this layer down, and then we'll do another playful layer on top. Let's get some of this background red in. So I'm going to come into straight crimson, and we're just going to drop some color in the background. Not too much, not too big, because they do like to expand out. Now I don't have too much water on the brush. I have a little bit of water, a little bit more pigment, because if you come in with too much water, you'll get the blooms from the water pushing out the other pigments out of the way, which is a great effect if that's what you're going for, but I don't really want to go for that right now. So I'm just trying to get some soft, subtle hint of background poppies. And while it's nice and wet, I think I'll come into, with a pretty dry brush, come into straight sap green, just a little bit on my brush, and do a little darker. That's not happening. There we go. Got stray hair there. That's better. And put in little tiny hints of poppy seed heads back in the background. Now, in doing this one, I don't really like how I did a whole bunch of these masked areas, and then there were so many of them. I thought, no, it would just take over the picture. Now I think of it, I look back now and I think, well, if I had gone in darker, they could have been poppy seed heads or even some red in them, and taken that off of there and made it not look so, I don't know, to me I don't particularly care for it. So this time I'm thinking I'm going to put it in now. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to put some more little dots of poppy heads. Maybe they need to be a little bit more blue. I think we need to put in some darker blue in there. Maybe even some purple back in here in this. Because you got to get your depth now, I think. My opinion. That's my thought process. Nice, soft, subtle background. I mean, it's a field. There's more than just poppies and daisies, right? Let's add a little bit more green. A little touch more water. Not too much. That's a lot of water on the paper still. So I don't want to come in with too much. A little bit more blue. That looks pretty good. Now we'll let that dry. The next layer we'll come in and put a little, we'll see how light this dries. So we'll see where we have to add a little bit more depth, maybe do some negative painting. Use my brush holder from Kate. Okay, so we will see you in just a little bit. Okay, this is dry completely. So now what we'll do is add some bigger interests. Some bigger indications of poppies and such. Get this crimson going. And I'm just gonna drop in color on the dots that the water dots there. Let's see if I can get my perspective going. Let's see the shiny. some of that ultramarine blue, some of that green, a little bit of that crimson. Just do a little bit more of this motion here. And if it bleeds into some of the red, that's okay. Get a little bit more kind of a purpley color. I'm going to come into some of this ultramarine blue, a little bit of crimson. I want to make it dark, so a lot more ultramarine blue. Now I'm picking up just a little bit on my brush, just a little tippy tip tip. We're gonna dot these. Let's try this again. Here we go, that's what I want to see. Let me get that. Where's my... Okay, now what's going on with these things? I have a feeling that my tweezers have been used. For something they shouldn't. Oh, Lord. Well, just scoot that over here. Got it. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we're going to let that dry. Okay. Now this is completely dry, and it's time to take the masking off. So what I do, this is a ball of old masking. And I just use that to help pick it up. Like doing that. Oh, it ripped the paper. Well, we'll just fix it. See that? I was not being too careful. Yeah. Darn it. Well, away. I should do that away from the edge of the tape. So. Well, a couple things. Not only did I rip the thing, so we're going to have to try to reconstruct the background there. Remember in the beginning I had some color come off of that brush I used for the masking fluid? Apparently it wasn't watercolor. So, well, that's okay. It'll add interest. So let's get this over here fixed. And I'm going to get my 12 round. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I have my brush right here. So, I'm gonna give this a little bit of water here. I'm going to pick up some of this color I have in my palette. We'll see how that does. Some medium yellow. We're gonna dot in these daisies. And here. Okay, and one more. Okay. That's just where on the palette I had a little bit of red mix into the, bleed into the area where I had my yellow. So I got a little bit of orangey looking, and that's okay. I'm gonna put this at the base of the little daisy yellows. There we go. We're gonna just clean water. Okay. We'll get a little bit of sap green, little bit of ultramarine, little bit of this medium yellow, and we'll just and I'm okay with the little white edges. This is just a base color, and then we'll drop in some shading and such. Pick up some more of that color. Now, while that's still wet, on those poppy pods, we're gonna pick up a little bit of clean water. We're gonna pick up this purpley color from the background that we were putting in, and a little bit more crimson, and I'm gonna moisten up this bright red here. Okay, and we're going to drop in, just drop in some color there. Nice, huh? See how that spread? Maybe pull some, rinse the brush, pick up some, and just pull some of that color down into the stem. Okay. Pick up some of that green color. Let that sit there. Okay. I can pick up some of that bright red and maybe a little bit of this warm yellow here, because I'd like to have this be exploding a poppy. Poppy's gonna just burst out of there. Okay. And I want a little bit more red in that one. Okay. Now we're gonna wet our brush, clean water, and it's poppy time. Let's get this. We'll just do the whole thing. Okay, so moisten that. Moisten this one over here. So while we're dropping in color over there, this can be soaking it up. Okay, so we're going to get that bright red. Maybe a little bit more of that warm yellow. Not too much. Just moisten my palette a little bit. It's been sitting here for a little bit, so it's gotten a little dry. So I'm just going to drop in this color. Drop it in everywhere. Pick up some more color. Not re-wetting my brush. Now we're coming into this crimson. Drop some. Now again, I did not re-wet my brush. We're going to drop in some darker right here along the bottom. This is a little bit too much water for me, so when I dab it and lift it, it deposits color. That was something I had to learn to work with. The characteristics. And I'm still learning. I want a little bit more red in that down there. I'm going to have to give up one of my favorite brushes here, I think, to try to save to get some more. Want some along the edges here. Maybe some. I'm going to change my brush, guys. And Okay, go into that darker crimson, a little bit of this bright red. I want a little bit of this purple. Create an edge there. I'm thinking right here that it may be a little bit too wet. So I think I got a lot more water dumped on with that other brush than I thought. So we're gonna see, the other brush is really shedding now. Darn it. Well, okay. Time to start saving for some good brushes. I think this is the best brush I have, so I'm wary of using it. Okay, so it's a thirsty brush, right? It's been wet and dried off. So I'm gonna come in and just take some of this off of there, and we'll put some more on, but we'll kind of make way, I think, or I may have to just stop working on them and maybe work on this one. We won't add quite as much water to this. So yeah, a little bit of a dirty brush, but that's okay. It's the color I'm needing. So, okay. Pick up this paint. We'll start down. Loading up with some bright red. Some of this medium yellow. I just went in and put a lot more pigment on my brush. And we're going to come in with a size 4. Oops. Just going to put in some lines here. Got a little bit of that ultramarine blue, a little bit of that crimson, just add a little hint. Oops. I'll pick up some water. Come back around. And just pull this color down. Pick up some more color. I like this orangey color that's in here. Let's see what that does. Well, it's got loads of water on it, so I'll have to come back in. This was just straight blue. Okay. water. I'm going to mix up just a very faint purplish, neutralish shadowy color is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and it's pretty diluted. Can you see that? No. Like that. And that is going to be for our daisies. And we're going to come in. No, I don't trust my hands right now. They're not cooperating the best that they should, that I want them to. And so we're going to switch brushes again. And we're going to come in with a let's try a rigger. No, not that long. Well, I can't find it right now, guys, so we'll just pull in a 0. Okay. Okay. Load this up. And we're gonna, can't see. We need a lot more water. Do that, and it just dumped a bunch of water, so we're just gonna do that. We're gonna make the little markings of individual petals. That's fine there. And then we'll I should do a little yellow dot for that one. We'll come in and do that. And then make this. And that's a little too stark. Just plain water. I really don't want these to be so blatant. I want them to be real light. So hopefully when it dries, it will dry a lot lighter. into some of this yellow. We're going to dot some of these. And we're going to come into a little bit of red, make some orange. I'm gonna fill some of these in like they're little poppies. And while we're at it, we got the brush wet. Let's get some of this blue in here. And just touch some of these. So, let's see. Some here, some there. A little bit here, a little bit there. I think I'm gonna get back to my 4. Hey baby. Thank you. Let's add that nice dark. Maybe. This one's a bigger one. Let's give this a bigger. That's no chintzy little guy. Says this. I need to go bigger. Go big. And with that, I think we're done. So I'll sign my name here. There we are. That's where that tore. And that's, see this right here? Yeah. Oops. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your support and your time in watching me create. Don't forget to create some beauty of your own. And since this is May, Memorial Day weekend is coming up, and I just hope you all take a moment and don't forget to remember. I love you all. Love, light, color, art on.